Hello there, my name is Sarah, or as a lot of you don't know, or give a flapjack cracker about, my name is Bobbert Bleh, or Bobbert, or Bobber, or Bobby, or Bob. You can call me any of those names, and we should be golden. So today, I'm gonna show you guys some of the cards that are in my collection, as I've been doing for some of my other longer videos. Just want to give you guys some references as to how much I've paid for the cards that I currently do have in my collection. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on that.
So this first card is a Piplup, promo 232, and I paid $3.49 for it. And it was part of a special promo that they held at Pokemon Centers in Japan, also known as the Piplup Project. I will be sure to cite any of the sources that I used in this video. That way you guys can look for yourself in case you ever decide to go down the rabbit hole that is Pokemon cards. This was illustrated by Sayasuruda, and the name for Piplup in Japanese is Pochama. The next card is a Chinese Piplup that I paid $24.99 for, and it was only available to those who participated in the regional league in Taipei, Taiwan. The traditional Chinese pronunciation of Piplup is Bojiaman, and this is promo 157. I really enjoy collecting multiple languages ever since I seen Crystal Collects do it, and she's one of the pages that I very much admire. And along with that, I just appreciate her for getting me into this kind of thing. Next up, we have our Indonesian Piplup that I paid $27.50 for, and the only way you were able to get this was through the Pokemon Indonesia Regional League. You had the opportunity of either getting this card or the Absol as a participation prize. And of course, the winner card, which I have no idea what it looks like. Going back to Crystal Collects, that is definitely a YouTube and an Instagram that I would recommend to people who enjoy multi-language collecting, because she is very informative and she has just an amazing collection, and I believe she's a really good friend. And yeah, she's just an awesome person in my personal opinion. The promo number is number 274S-P. Next up, we have our English Flabebe from the Generations Radiant collection. I paid 37 cents for a near mint condition card. However, you'll see that it really isn't that near mint, in my honest opinion. This was one of the first sets that I wanted to complete. However, I did complete it, but I just found the Japanese and the Korean set far more beautiful, in my honest opinion. As you can see, this card isn't in near mint condition as I'd like it to be. Next up, I have the Japanese Flabebe from the Pokekyun collection, also known as the CP3 collection. To be honest, I don't remember how much I paid for this card. However, I will be showing some comps from eBay to give you guys a reference. I believe I paid about $4 for this card at Collecticon in Houston of 2022, I believe. As you can see, there is a very beautiful heart reverse holo on this card, and I just love that. I appreciate it so much, and that's what got me into collecting the Pokekyun collection. Are there any reverse holo patterns that you enjoy from the Japanese side of things, or even the English side? Let me know in the comments. Next up, we have the Korean Flabebe from the Poke Heartbeat collection that I paid $9.83 for. The thing is, like with Korean and with Japanese and English, sometimes you have to be careful with buying from people online, because sometimes you might get a fake. And thankfully, this one is an authentic card, and I'm really appreciative of that. But that's always a thing to always be wary of when shopping online, is that sometimes you may get fake cards. I don't think it would be easy to really fake a heart holo pattern though. And yeah, I love this card. I appreciate Saisuru's work a lot. Is there an artist that you enjoy collecting? Or do you enjoy collecting certain Pokemon? Let me know. I just never get tired of that heart hollow pattern. And now look at them. Look at all three of them side by side. Next is a English Binacle from Roaring Skies. And I don't remember how much I paid for this card, but I'll just show how much it is right now. To be honest, I didn't think that this Binacle was beat up, but I did not purchase this on TCG Player. I don't remember how I attained it, but I may have bought it with a bulk buy that I received some really cool Pikachu promos in. However, yeah, this is beat to biscuits. The illustrator is Kanako Io, and I just love her work so much that I got it that way. Next up is the Reverse Hollow Binacle from Roaring Skies that I paid 19 cents for on TCG Player. There's one thing that I do, and that is collect Kanako Io and Saya Saruda, because honestly, I don't really buy sealed product, and it makes more financial sense for me to just buy singles because sure, I want to be able to pull the card that I truly want. However, I don't think it would be smart or financially responsible of me to do that. However, I do enjoy buying singles, but also you have to be kind of careful when purchasing on TCG Player because sometimes the cards you get will not be near mint or they'll be damaged heavily. But I'm okay with these cards because they weren't too much. However, I may purchase newer cards in the future when if I truly want to. Next up, we have a Japanese Binacle that I paid $65.49 from the PokeVault website. The only way to receive this card was by participating in various events, such as in Yokohama or in Osaka. The eligible events included the Tag Battle, the Mega Charizard versus Battle, the One Day Battle, and the Gym Leader Challenge Battle, and all of which were held on the second day of each weekend of the month of May in 2014. The goal was to obtain or accumulate 3 play points. This particular illustration was not released in sets and was only exclusive to the Lizard Dawn Mega Battle. Also, if you don't know who Lizard Dawn is, it's Charizard, pretty much. Do you by chance play the TCG? I honestly cannot. I cannot retain any information. Next up, we have the Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection Torchic. And honestly, I paid 35 cents for this. However, looking at the back of the card, you guys will see what I'm talking about because I don't know what happened, but I think maybe either I put it between some gravel and the floor or something and just rubbed the bejesus out of the back because that back just looks so scuffed. This is also another illustration done by Kanako Io. Next, we have the Japanese Torchic, also known as Achamo. And I don't remember how much I paid. However, I will be including some comps here for your personal reference from eBay. I believe I may have paid $4 or $5 for this card at one of the collecticons that I went to. However, I don't remember. If not, I would tell you guys. However, I just love this. I love the holo on this card, and I just think it's a beautiful illustration, and it's so cute. Do you by chance go to any conventions? I honestly used to travel out to go to conventions. However, I think I prefer staying local because I feel a lot safer being local in my state, and yeah, I enjoy being close to places that I'm familiar with. Next up, we have the Korean Torchic, also from the Shiny Collection and pronounced the same way in Japanese. So I paid $21.34 for this card, and I guess the reason I paid $21.34 for this card was because Korean Shiny Collection cards are not that easy to find, and also I just wanted to collect it because I wanted to add that third card to my multi-language set because I have an obsession and I believe I have a problem, and that is needing 3 to 5 cards in a different language. The holo is also very different. It looks like Cheerios. Next up, we have a special promo Eevee that I paid $5.79 from. And the way that you were able to get this promo was through a Pikachu and Eevee Pokeball collection box, pretty much. And I also just wanted this card because not only is it cute, but I seen it has a swirl on it. And if you don't know me, that's okay. You don't need to, but I have an obsession with swirls. I find them aesthetically pleasing. I just think that it's super cool, especially if you can get a card with double swirls. I just think that's so flippin' awesome. It's one of my things that I enjoy collecting. Next, we have the Japanese Eevee promo, and I have a non-holo version of this card. However, this card I only paid $5.10 for, and to be fair, I know it has a ding on the side, and I'm okay with that. I just really wanted it to complete my multi-language collection set of these particular Eevees. And the only way that you were able to attain this card was, I believe, through an event that was held in Japan that was known as the GX Start Battle Get Eevee events that were held at participating Pokemon centers, Pokemon stores, Pokemon card stations, and stores hosting the Pokemon card meetings beginning in July 2018. There were various ways to attain this card in that particular year, and I will be posting up a link to the Bulbapedia page that I use because the length of the information is far too long, I believe, to include in this video. And if you would really truly want to know the rest of the information, I will gladly be providing it for you for your personal use. The previous card number for the Holo Eevee is 245 SM-P, and this is currently 310 SM-P. This card was reprinted and it was made into a non-holo. I believe the way to pronounce Eevee in Japanese is Eevee. Next up, I have a traditional Chinese Eevee promo that I paid about $69.99 for. The only reason being because I could only find this one, and it was only available during a special promo event in Hong Kong and Taiwan. According to Bulbapedia, this particular card was given during a launch memorial conference where if you got 4 points, this was your prize card, pretty much. Also, the traditional Chinese translation of Eevee is Eevee. The sources that I will be citing will also use tiny URL links. Next up is a Cosmo Hollows Brionne that was only available in a Primarina GX box back in the Sun and Moon era. And I got this card in that box and I was just ripping things. This was back when the pandemic had started and everybody was on lockdown. I had started collecting back in August of 2020, and this was one of the cards that I just loved so much. However, at the time I didn't have much protection for it, hence why it has so many scratches. Next up are some more English Brionnes, and these are just the regular non-holo and the reverse holo, and the prices I paid for were 14 cents and 25 cents. So one thing that a lot of people enjoy about Saya Saruta's work is that she inserts a hidden Pokeball into a lot of her artworks. And so if you can see in that little lower left hand corner, you can see a Pokeball in the corner. Now recently she has done a few illustrations that have not included the Pokeball, and she's apologized for it, and I think I was just like, I could care less if you don't put a Pokeball. I just love it. And here is the reverse hollow Brionne from the Sun and Moon base set. This one I paid for pretty much a quarter, and I'm happy with it. I just love these. I loved Sun and Moon era. My favorite characters were Gladion and Guzma and Ha. Oh, and Nanu. Nanu is my husband. Do he is one of the older gentlemen from Po Town, Little Po Town, who I very much appreciated. And yeah, I mean, Sun and Moon was probably one of my favorite eras of Pokemon because it was just amazing. Next up is a Japanese Brionne, also pronounced as Osiamari. And pretty much I paid only $1 for this reverse hollow that came out in the Sun and Moon Strength expansion in Japan. There's one thing about me that I want to say is that I don't truly try to follow hypes or trends. If anything, I try to stick to what I enjoy, which is pretty much particular artists such as Saya Saruda and Kanako Io, and even different language cards. So I will go mainly into different Asian language cards, and if I truly want to expand my collection, I'll go into the French or the Portuguese or German. However, just look at these babies. I'm pretty happy with all of these cutie patoots. They're gorgeous. They're loved. I mean, they're well loved, but yeah, if anything, I hope in the future to get them graded. But if you watch this video, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll be sure to be attaching the links in the description below for your personal use. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so yeah, thank you. Alright, alright, gotta go. Bye!